Okay, here we go. This is an exciting moment for you. I can't wait to see what you're able to accomplish. As promised, today we're going to show you how to actually run your program, your computer entirely off of something that you wrote. And to commemorate the occasion, I figure we'll start simple. How about we use our little test program here? You recall our one OS that prints a one to the screen? Great, for our first little hello world on a CD. So you're going to need a CD rewritable. You know, you could put it on a CDR. It's a big waste of space, but if it's all you got handy, fine. Maybe perhaps you want to commemorate the occasion, put it in a frame, whatever. It is, of course, your first Hello World on a CD operating system. Big deal for a lot of people. It took me years to figure out how to do it. You're learning how to do this in minutes, so you'd be like, okay, big whoop, one on the screen. But okay, nonetheless, it will be running. The only thing your computer is running. Let's get on with it. Just gonna move this over there a bit. I'm going to hit the Windows special key, T for terminal, enter. I'm in the terminal here. Let's see, I'm going to want the path of our program file here. Let me grab that in the properties here. Select all, and then we'll copy that there. But I'm not going to that spot in the window here. We got a little squiggly here that tells me that we're up in our programmer file, basically. Of course, if we list what's in our programmer file, there's a documents folder, desktop folder, and other things. We don't want to be there. We want to be at root, which is a quick way is cd slash. And now we're at root. We can list what's in there now. We see a whole bunch of folders. We want to get to something that's in the sbin folder here. That's why we're all the way up here at root. So I'm going to type a slash sb autocomplete for sbin. Mk make file system dot ms dos. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Wait, DOS, that's Microsoft DOS. That's who made the file system way back when, first one. Minus capital C to create, I believe. And now, Control Shift V, there's that long path that we just copied, and a little backslash. We're going to tell it the name of the file. Let me open this window up a little more. Floppy underscore boot dot img. A floppy boot image is what we are creating, and I'll go enter. And oh, and forgot the size. Yes, of course. Let me go up arrow. Last thing. Always forget the size. 1440 1440, and hit enter and. Ding, there it creates our floppy boot image over here. Now we need to format it. Okay, so let me just hit the up arrow again to save some typing. I'm calling the same program, but I'm not going to use the size, and I'm not going to use the create flag. There, just hit enter there. So we have now formatted our floppy boot image. Okay, so little history there. The floppy goes all the way back to the early PCs. You would take a program that was on a floppy disk, stick it in a slot in front of your computer, and boot off of that. There were no operating systems back then, and then when you were done with the program, you would eject the program and put another floppy in and boot off of that. So on that floppy disk was a little bit of information that allowed you to boot your computer, little boot sector info, and we still need that today to boot our CD or any other media. So there's our little boots image info that needs to be on our CD, along with whatever it is that we want to put on a CD. You can't just put your bin file. This is a running program, but you can't just stick it on a CD and have it run. You see, you're going to need this little bit of boot information on there too. So why don't we get that happening, shall we? We have our floppy formatted here too. Why don't we just save this for later too, instead of like next time we want to do something having to create another form floppy, let's make a backup of this one while we're at it. So I'm just going to copy the floppy, so to speak. So, but of course I want to be back in the folder where I was before. So CD space, and I can use that Control Shift. Yep, there's the path still in memory. Great, I'm back in there, and now I can copy my floppy. FL, there, autocomplete, handy. And I'm going to call this something else. Now, this will be my OS.img, there, because we're going to create our operating system. There. So now I've made, this is what we're going to be putting our program into next. This is a boot sector, boot floppy image, and now we're going to move our code into the boot sector of our program or something along those lines. Okay, and to do that, we're going to call dd and status equals no exfer, no transfer, I guess, and conv convention equals no trunk, no truncate, no trunk, like that. Okay. The input file equals our test.bin here, and let's see, our output file, or whatever, origin file, OF, equals my os.image.img. There, let's see if that works. Great, okay. So we have actually, where is it? My os.image. It's still there. We haven't created anything new. All we've done is move our binary file into our floppy our floppy boot image, but we have to put it in the right place, So there we go. So now there is our image. All we have to do is create a CD from our image.